Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Believe it or not, the opposition unity meeting in Patna on June 23rd could prove to be a watershed moment in Indian politics. Yes, the Patna conclave aims to unite a large bloc of the opposition which is divided not just by ideology but also by ambition, by a common desire to defeat Modi and the BJP in the 2024 elections. They have failed twice in this endeavor, in 2014 and in 2019, but still believe that the script will turn out to be different in 2024. Their hopes hinges on what is being billed as the Nitish Kumar formula. Yes, viewers. This formula proposes that the opposition bloc fields a joint candidate against the BJP on 450 seats to ensure there is no division of anti-BJP votes. While the formula looks great in theory, for it to deliver what it promises will require more than arithmetic. Yes, firstly, it demands that the Congress limits its claim to about 200 seats. In 2019, the Congress fought on these 200 seats. In 178 of them, the BJP won. And the Congress, after fighting in 421 seats, got a tally of 52 seats in the Lok Sabha, its second worst performance ever. Can they afford to only contest 200 seats is a call the Congress will have to take. And they will have to concede several seats to the regional players. Secondly, it will have to rely on pure mathematics to win a political battle, hoping that all non-BJP votes will be transferred to the joint opposition candidate, giving them a much better chance to defeat the BJP and through the BJP Prime Minister Modi. While Tejasvi Yadav has said today that the Mahagathbandhan will stop Modi's Rath just like Lalu stopped Advani's Rath way back in the 90s, JDU says the formula of 450 is accepted by those attending the unity meet. Listen in.
लालू जी ने अडवाणी जी का रथ रोका, इस बार महागठबंधन की सरकार नीतीश जी के नेतृत्व में हम लोग यहां से मोदी जी का रथ रोकेंगे। अगर ये लोग आ गए तो देश बचेगा नहीं। आज क्या है, दो लोग देश को बेच रहा है, दो लोग देश को खरीद रहा है।
नीतीश फॉर्मूला ऑफ अपोजिशन यूनिटी 2024 का मकसद यही है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी के एक उम्मीदवार के मुकाबले में विपक्ष का एक उम्मीदवार हो। उड़ीसा, तेलंगाना, आंध्र प्रदेश और पंजाब को छोड़कर लगभग 450 सीटें ऐसी चिन्हित की जा रही हैं जहां पर कांग्रेस समेत सभी विपक्षी दल भाजपा के एक उम्मीदवार के मुकाबले में एक उम्मीदवार।
क्या ये नीतीश फॉर्मूला सारे ही विपक्षी दलों को मंजूर है?
जो दल पटना की बैठक में 23 जून को आ रहे हैं उन सब दलों की इस पर सहमति।
The question now is, can they really come together? Mamta had actually laid down the rules if the Congress wants a partnership. Listen in to this reaction from the 15th of May, just after the Congress won the Karnataka elections.
I think whoever is strong in some places, in every region, they should fight together. Means, in suppose Bengal, I think we should fight Bengal. So the strong party must be given priority. And wherever is the Congress strong, in their respective 200 seat or something, what we have already calculated, let them fight, we will give support, no, nothing is wrong. But they have to see that they have to support the other political party also. I am giving you the support in Karnataka, but you are fighting against me every day. It should not be the policy.
But the BJP is mocking at the Patna formula for two reasons. The party has dubbed it as the Congress containment formula. It has also said that the opposition arithmetic is unlikely to hold before Modi magic. In this light, the question that we are asking is the Patna court to hurt Modi or Rahul Gandhi more? What's this formula all about? That's the question, and that's the debate on the other side.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
Joining me tonight on the news are Dr. Ajay Alok, National Spokesperson of the BJP, Karthik Reddy, National Spokesperson of the BRS, Chitranjan Gagan, National Spokesperson and General Secretary of the RJD, Dr. Saeed Hafiz, National Spokesperson of the DMK, Riju Datta, National Spokesperson of the Trinamool Congress. But my first question goes to Dr. Sanjay Jha, suspended leader of the Congress party and author. Sanjay Jha, well, it's all done. The formula is ready. 450 seats. The opposition will give only one candidate. The biggest sacrifice that will have to be made will be by the Congress party, because Mamata Banerjee has said it before, and now KC Tyagi says that across the country you can fight the BJP wherever you are strong, and that will limit you to about 10-12 states. The rest you will have to leave the seats for the opposition to fight those elections. Is that formula, which requires the maximum sacrifice from the Congress party, something that works for you, works for the Congress party? Why are you on mute, Sanjay Jha? We want to hear you loud and clear.
Thanks, Navika. Short answer. First and foremost, in the first past the post system, which is our parliamentary democracy, it always helps one party if it has an advantage of a level playing field in its favor. And I think the opposition, and I include all parties barring the 3 states where they seem to be on their own independent plan, that there seems to be a realization that if you are not able to stop the BJP's juggernaut, which I think is basically an abuse of power, political executive abusing power, not just through access to money resources, but the way they have basically captured institutions and the way they are threatening the opposition leaders all the time. So it's not a level playing field. Let's establish that very clearly. And then you have a BJP that benefits from splintered votes. So if you have a single candidate, preferably, I think that's a very utopian goal, may not happen in all 450, may happen, I don't know. But, you know, that's a little bit of electoral math where some jugglery will be required, but it's possible. It cannot be ruled out. And if they are able to achieve even, I would say, 80% or 85% of the target, I think the BJP will face terrible headwinds. Because if you analyze the data of even 2019 and 14, Navika, where the BJP won a significant Lok Sabha above the majority line, many of these seats could have turned if there was a consolidation of opposition votes. Now, I can't blame the opposition because there were no pre-poll alliances, and they considered it post an election, which never happened. Now, the one simple truth, and that is which I think all political parties should recognize, including the BRS and Naveen Patnaik's party and Mr. Jagan Mohan Reddy's party, if the BJP were to win 2024, I'm telling you, Navika, it is a fact, and it's not just in Delhi. I'm hearing it all over the country. People are scared of what could be the consequences of the BJP abusing that mandate as they have done over the last 10 years. You know, I have been on with BJP spokesperson on your extremely popular program, and they always start by defending the errors by saying, but we have got the vote, so we can do what we want. And that is exactly what the opposition is scared of. That will they then become so arrogant and authoritarian that Indian democracy is going to be at a serious peril.
So you're saying,
let me tell you that.
You are saying you are so scared of the BJP that you might even abandon fighting in the 250 extra seats and just restrict yourself to fighting on 200 seats? That's the bottom line.
I can tell you, Navika, I do expect the Congress to be very pragmatic in its political accommodation, because in politics, just because Congress came second in a number of seats, please remember that in elections there is no runner-up trophy. It's a winner takes all. So if you're not able to win, either you are able to negotiate a position to fight, or you cede space to a better alternative. I am sure this is a call the Congress party will take, because like all opposition parties, the Congress also faces an existential challenge. 3 defeats in a row can have a very perilous consequences for anybody in the opposition.
So you're saying the formula, and let me get in Mr. Riju Datta. Mr. Riju Datta, isn't that the bottom line? That the Congress fights no seat in Bengal, it fights no seat in Uttar Pradesh. The Samajwadi Party should fight in Uttar Pradesh. The TMC should fight in Bengal. Any other parties. I think DMK is also coming to the party in Patna on 23rd. So no seats in Tamil Nadu, where it got 8 seats last time. But they should restrict themselves to the straight fights in the states and have its cadres completely be sent into cold storage. Do you think that is something that the Congress can and will do?
Ma'am, Navika ji, let's be very real first of all. In 2024, for the opposition's sake, for India and its people's sake, BJP needs to go. Now, to defeat BJP and their entire armada and their entire machinery of all central agencies, the opposition need to come together. That's the need of the hour. Let's get that very straight. Second, the Congress alone cannot defeat BJP pan-India. That's also a fact. It will need the help of all the regional players and all the help from all the opposition that it can get. Now, the third point is, Congress being the largest opposition player in 2024 elections has to sacrifice the most. It is quite normal that they have to do that, because in Bengal, if Trinamool sacrifices and gives seats to Congress, we have seen Congress one MLA won, and then he left his constituency, traveled 200 kilometers and joined Trinamool Congress. So it is high time for the Congress to tell its cadres that we are uniting with all the opposition forces against BJP. There needs to be a clear mandate. Nobody can be on the side measuring the water anymore. You have to pick sides and you have to be very straight, very head on that our target is to defeat BJP in 2024. And for that, like in election, there is a saying, Sam, Dam, Dand, Bhed, Jo karna hai karo. Election is about winnability. If you want to win, if you want to be in power, if you want to save this country and the constitution, you have to defeat the BJP. So for that, whatever needs to be done, needs to be done. उसमें कांग्रेस को sacrifice करना है करेंगे, opposition को जो करना है करेंगे. That is why on the 23rd, it's a dialogue will be opened. As consensus will start, and it's first of many meetings, I believe, where all the stalwart politicians will meet. They will devise a formula.
Fantastic.
To defeat the BJP.
The saviors of the constitution are going to use Sam, Dam, Dand, Bhed, सब कुछ करके उनको मोदी को हराना है. अजय आलोक,
मोदी नहीं, बीजेपी.
मोदी को हराना है ना?
नहीं, मोदी जी कौन है? वो एक सांसद है, देश के प्रधानमंत्री, हमारे सम्मानीय व्यक्ति है. हमें बीजेपी पार्टी को हराना है.
अच्छा, so this is not about Modi. This is about BJP. Okay.
No, it's about BJP. Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. अजय आलोक जी, आपने सुन लिया. साम, दाम, दंड, भेद बुलाकर उनको बीजेपी को हराना है. उसके लिए everybody is ready for every sacrifice. How do you see this?
Well, it's a good step. They should do it. If they can do it, they should go ahead and do it. Who's stopping them? But what's the agenda right now? I said that the juggernaut of BJP, armada of BJP should be stopped. What if they come to the power? There's existential crisis. All these words are not mine. These are the words spoken by the different political parties' representatives. Sanjay Jha, though he's officially not in Congress, but he's a die-hard congressman from within. But the point is, you're not talking of chemistry, you're only talking of physics. Now, if we go by my friend TMC assumptions, well, there are 42 Lok Sabha seats in Bengal. The Congress and CPM should leave all the 42 to you. They shouldn't contest. That's a very good assumption, I believe. Similar in UP, 80 Lok Sabha seats. The Congress should contest only on 2. The rest, everything should be left to Samajwadi Party. Same in Bihar. Please contest Congress only 4, rest 36. Same in Tamil Nadu, leave everything to DMK, you contest only or 3 or 4. Same in Kerala. Now Kerala is an interesting case because Congress fights there with CPM. Congress and Muslim League together and CPM alone. Now all these three together will come and Congress will leave everything to CPM or CPM will lead everything to Congress, including Wayanad. So such a good assumptions. My all good wishes and my heartiest wish. लेकिन वही एक शेर है ना, उसी को कहना चाहूंगा, इंसान की ख्वाहिशें ऐसी हैं, इंसान की ख्वाहिशें ऐसी हैं कि 2 गज जमीन के बाद 2 गज जमीन भी चाहिए 2 गज कफन के बाद. तो ठीक है, आपकी ख्वाहिशें भाई बिल्कुल रखिए. You all guys are welcome to do so.
Well,
or a meeting like this, see, electoral jump, you always give a message to the people. What's the message here? The message is that the family-owned party are coming together to protect their interest. The family-owned party, the parties which are neck deep in corruption, they are coming to protect the interest. This is the message getting out into the electorate. This is the perception. They are scared of Modi because of their existence will be gone. Losing 2 elections consistently and losing 3rd election will be catastrophic. All these words are they themselves are saying. We are not saying anything in Navika ji. We are just watching and enjoying. And we are just dealing with ourselves. We are not concerned who is going to meet whom.
Well, let me get in.
The people of this country have changed.
Let me get in Mr. Karthik Reddy. Mr. Karthik Reddy, in elections, is just mathematics okay? Or is there a need for some chemistry as well?
In politics, chemistry matters, Navika. Only when chemistry matters is when the numbers manifest. Firstly, I want to make it very clear that we, the BRS party, are equidistant from the BJP as well as the Congress party, and we made it amply clear multiple times. But before I make my point, I want to admire Sanjay Jha, and it's a commendable job when he hopes that Congress party is pragmatic. If Congress party was truly pragmatic, Sanjay Jha would not be still an ex-congressman or ex-suspended congressman. He would have been the official spokesperson of the party still. And point 2, one thing is very clear. I hope the Congress party wakes up and smells the coffee. No political party in this country, after independence, who have contested 3 elections, have not come to power indefinitely by itself. I hope Congress party listens very closely to this. If you do not come to power in Delhi, and if you are not being realistic, pragmatic, this will not happen. I just heard in your monologue, Navika ji, one of your gentlemen was asking about the states. He mentioned Andhra, Telangana, he mentioned Punjab. I want to ask them about Uttar Pradesh and Kerala. And we are right now talking about how the opposition unity should come together to beat the BJP. In Uttar Pradesh, may I take you back to Uttar Pradesh in 2019? Last time I checked, the Congress and SP did fight those elections together, and we know what happens. Navika ji, this will not work. If you all just want to put all parties in one basket and want to take them out in the market of elections, people will not take you seriously, and this will be disastrous for the opposition and for the agenda to pull down BJP. Have you ever heard the expression, Navika ji, honor among thieves? Presently, this is what is happening in the country. BJP and Congress, they do not want a third party to come ahead. They do not want a third agenda to come ahead. And it was very clear in the Delhi liquor policy. It is very clear in the ordinance brought against the Delhi government. These 2 parties do not think for the country. All they want is power and power only.
But Mr. Karthik Reddy, the ordinance party has gone and decided to go for this meeting on the 23rd. They came to you for ordinance support, you've given them. But now they are going and sitting with this opposition alliance. The problem is, कौन किसका दोस्त है पता ही नहीं चल रहा.
Will that meeting happen, Navika ji? Last time we checked, it got postponed twice.
Oh, all right. That's a googly. And let me ask Chitranjan Gagan ji. अब कार्तिक रेड्डी जी बीआरएस से हैं, वो कह रहे हैं ये मीटिंग होगी भी 12 तारीख को होनी थी, टल गई, 23 को है, और 450 सीटों के ऊपर जो चुनाव का फॉर्मूला है उस पर तो जो हुआ पहले मैं आपको दिखा देती हूं। अभी बस आधे घंटे पहले हमने डिबेट की है टाइम्स नाउ नवभारत पर, वहां ऑपोजिशन यूनिटी पे जो हुआ, मैं जरा उसका छोटा सा एक नजारा आपको दिखा देती हूं। शरीफ भाई, कैन वी प्ले दैट?
गाली देने का काम 10-15 सालों से बीजेपी और विश्व हिंदू परिषद करता है। जो काम विश्व हिंदू परिषद और बीजेपी करती है 10 साल से, मुझे गाली देने का, उसमें टीएमसी शामिल हो गई है। तो मुझे लगता है जो अधीर रंजन चौधरी कह रहे हैं वो बात बिल्कुल ठीक है कि टीएमसी बीजेपी की नंबर 2 टीम है। आप अपनी नेता को और आप क्या छोटा कर रहे हैं, आप अपने विचार को छोटा कर रहे हैं। सच सुनने की आदत है, आप फिर बीच में बोल रहे हैं। अब आप फिर बीच में बोल रहे हैं।
करते हैं या प्रियंका गांधी कांग्रेस करते हैं, ये बताइए पहले।
नाविका जी, क्या है
आपके बारे में ही बात कर रहा हूं ना, आप करते हैं।
अरे प्रियंका गांधी से ज्यादा पॉपुलर चेहरा है कोई?
नहीं,
प्रियंका गांधी से पॉपुलर चेहरा है कोई? आप प्रियंका गांधी के खिलाफ हैं, आप गांधी परिवार के खिलाफ हैं।
हम किसी के खिलाफ नहीं
आप
हैं।
गांधी परिवार को बेइज्जत करते हैं, आपको शर्म नहीं आती? और राष्ट्रीय एकता, विपक्षी एकता की बात करते हैं। आप प्रियंका गांधी का विरोध करेंगे, आपकी हैसियत क्या है? आपकी नेता की हैसियत क्या है? प्रियंका गांधी राष्ट्रीय नेता है। प्रियंका गांधी को, अगर प्रियंका गांधी राष्ट्रीय महासचिव के साथ साथ, सुनिए, राष्ट्रीय, अरे आप प्रियंका गांधी के दुश्मन है की बात करते हैं। आपकी हैसियत है इतनी? मोदी को हटाने की हैसियत है? बंगाल से बाहर आप हैं, बंगाल से बाहर हैं आप, बने प्रधानमंत्री पद के कैंडिडेट, आपको शर्म आनी चाहिए। चुल्लू भर पानी में डूब मरिएगा। गांधी परिवार को बदनाम करना चाहते हैं। बंगाल से बाहर टीएमसी को एक वोट मिलेगा, कहीं पार्षद है? शर्म नहीं आती? 2 कौड़ी के लोग।
आपके दिमाग का दिवालिया निकल
शट अप, यू शट अप, बेवकूफ। अबे बंचर है तू, बंदर है तू। अरे तू अकल का दिवालिया, तू बंचर है। अरे तू बंचर है, बेवकूफ आदमी, बदतमीज आदमी, 2 कौड़ी की तेरी हैसियत नहीं है। तुझे जानता कौन है? प्रियंका गांधी पर टिप्पणी करेगा, गांधी परिवार पर टिप्पणी करेगा, तुझे शर्म नहीं आती? अबे लफंगे, लुच्चे, टपोरी, बंगाल हिंदू विरोधी पार्टी, अबे हिंदू विरोधी पार्टी, तुम हिंदुओं को मारना चाहते हो? बंगाल में हिंदुओं को तमाम कत्लेआम कर रहे हो, शर्म नहीं आती तुमको? तुम्हें शर्म नहीं आती?
ऐसे लोगों को क्यों चैनल में डिबेट में
बकवास कर? अबे दिवाला तेरा निकलेगा, अकल का दिवाला तेरा निकल रहा है। गांधी परिवार को गाली दे रहा है, प्रियंका गांधी को गाली दे रहा है, प्रियंका गांधी को बेइज्जत कर रहा है। शर्म नहीं आती? 2 कौड़ी का आदमी तुझे।
काफी है कांग्रेस को डुबाने।
अरे चुप रहे, कांग्रेस देश में बीजेपी को हटाएगी अकेले। मोदी को हमें हटाना आता है। तुम जैसे 2 कौड़ी के लोगों से हमें कोई मदद नहीं चाहिए। विपक्षी एकता करेगा ये। अबे चल काम कर अपना, फालतू की बात करता।
चित्ररंजन गगन जी, ये छोटा सा ट्रेलर है ऑपोजिशन यूनिटी की मीटिंग का, जो अभी टाइम्स नाउ नवभारत में। और रिजू दत्ता जी, आप सर मत पकड़िए, अभी तो ऐसा बहुत कुछ होना बाकी है। अब इससे सर पकड़ लेंगे तो कैसे होगा? अब चित्ररंजन गगन जी बताइए, 23 को मीटिंग होगी कि नहीं? मीटिंग होगी तो कौन सी तलवारें चलेंगी, क्या होगा?
नहीं नाविका जी, मैं आपको बता दे रहा हूं कि मीटिंग जो हो रही है, इसमें जो है सारे पार्टी के जो टॉप लीडर हैं, जो डिसीजन लेने का जिनको अधिकार है, जो डिसीजन लेते हैं, पार्टी का पॉलिसी तय करते हैं, वे लोग बैठ रहे हैं। और यह जो डिबेट हो रहा था, डिबेट में पार्टी के 2 पार्टी के प्रवक्ता होंगे या पार्टी के प्रतिनिधि होंगे, इसलिए मीटिंग से इसको आप नहीं जोड़ सकते। और मैं आपको बता रहा हूं कि जो मीटिंग हो रही है, काफ़ी हद तक बातें हो चुकी है। जो फार्मूला एक तैयार किया गया है, उस फार्मूला पर जो सहमत है वही लोग इस बैठक में आ रहे हैं। जो लोग इस फार्मूला पर सहमत हैं कि यहाँ भाजपा के खिलाफ 1 अगेंस्ट 1 की लड़ाई हो, वही लोग इस बैठक में आ रहे हैं। और लीडरशिप इतना मैच्योर्ड है, सभी समझ रहे हैं अभी की स्थिति जो है, सभी यह इस बात को महसूस कर रहे हैं कि अभी सवाल यह नहीं है कि किस पार्टी का कितना जीतेगा, कौन पार्टी कितना पर लड़ेगा। अभी सवाल यह है कि देश कैसे बचेगा, देश का संविधान कैसे बचेगा, लोकतंत्र पर जो खतरा मंडरा रहा है, लोकतांत्रिक जो व्यवस्थाएं हैं उस पर जो हमला हो रहा है, वह कैसे बचेगा। अभी प्राथमिकता यह है, देश रहेगा, संविधान रहेगा, लोकतंत्र रहेगा तो आगे राजनीति होगी। स्वाभाविक है, अलग अलग पार्टी हैं तो कहीं ना कहीं राजनीतिक मतभेद हैं, तब तो अलग अलग पार्टी हैं,
तो
लेकिन
सब पर बैंडेड लगा देंगे, सब पर सेलो टेप लगा देंगे। आई वॉन्ट टू आस्क, एंड दिस इज द फंडामेंटल क्वेश्चन, रिजू दत्ता, आई वॉन्ट टू आस्क यू, द लीडर्स may be going there on the 23rd, the leaders may come to an agreement, but Parties don't run only from leaders.
Navika,
There is the cadre. There are the people on the ground. When you and the Congress come together, do you think it will fit like a glove?
I am a grassroots person. I belong to the grassroots. Now, Adhir
And
Chaudhary, for
CPM.
the longest time, when he has completely, gone against Mamata Banerjee and said a lot of ill words, it will be difficult for me also to accept him in an alliance. I'll be very honest. But if my leader says that this is the need of the hour to defeat the BJP and establish some sort of rule of sanity in this country, establish the democracy, then kabhi, for the larger goal, you have to keep a boulder on your heart. I believe all the cadres will understand this.
Boulder on your heart. Sanjay Jha, what a boulder on his heart you are going to put on him just to defeat Modi? Just to defeat Modi? That's why I'm asking you this question. And Dr. Sanjay Jha, you are also a pragmatic man. I want to ask you, how many times has the opposition come together? The opposition was gung-ho after the 2018 Karnataka election when H.D. Kumaraswamy was being sworn in. Didn't we see all those pictures of those hands being raised up there? Arey, hum saath hain. What happened in 2019? So we come back to the question of how will you paper over the differences, number one. And the biggest crisis for the Congress party, which is shrinking in terms of its cadre, will you just give up and then be content with the regional parties taking their space? Because the biggest sacrifice will be required from the national party, the Congress party, because the Trinamool Congress, extremely strong in Bengal, doesn't have too much of a footprint outside Bengal, so they will come out. Very easy for them. Bengal mein tum humko chhod do, and rest of the country we will support you. Same thing will be done by Akhilesh Yadav. UP Congress should leave the space for us. Rest of the country, they are not there in the rest of the country, my friend. Which is why for the Congress party, isn't this the beginning of the death knell of the end of the Congress?
Navika, let me tell you, there is one, misunderstanding of what this opposition unity is all about. First and foremost, it is not about, giving states to different parties. It's going to be done what I call as a seat-wise allocation. So somebody mentioned, for example, Kerala. I think Ajay Alok was mentioning that along with his Urdu Shairi. And because he's done a Urdu Shairi, I hope the BJP won't sack him as a spokesperson. But my larger point is, if you take Kerala as an example, in Kerala, you can have an alliance or where, the CPM has X seats and the Congress has X seats. It's also possible, by the way, that both the parties may fight and they still may come to a post-poll alliance. I think it has to be handled with some degree of operational flexibility. To take an example of TMC that Riju Datta was talking about, it doesn't mean that all the seats have to go to TMC, but it may mean that the Congress may fight fewer seats than it did the last time. And the TMC then may not then damage the prospects of the Congress in different parts. And don't forget, Navika, the one thing, the Congress actually takes a hit a lot against the BJP, because when you have an NCP or a Samajwadi party or a BSP or other parties contesting there, they do take away Congress's votes, because the Congress and the BJP are both highly polarized with their own constituency of supporters. And therefore, when the Congress's votes are chipped, the biggest beneficiary is the BJP. So that's the point number one. Point number two, and I repeat that with full responsibility, Navika, I think all political parties, including Mr. Reddy of the BRS, should know, because his leaders have gone through a lot of harassment on the liquor scam. I don't know whether it's true or false, that it's not just the Congress, my dear friend. Karthik Reddy has to be aware of this, that if the BJP were to win 2024, you have every right to be equidistant from the Congress. But the BJP is more likely to be that tyrannical force that will actually bulldoze its way to exterminating all the regional players. The Congress is here to stay. Let's get that very clear. The Congress has demonstrated in Karnataka. The Congress is here to stay.
All the dare hue log from the agencies will come together, and that will be the democracy-saving coalition for 2024. Karthik Reddy, makes sense to you?
Navika ji, Sanjay Bhai was quoting me and and talking about Telangana, there is a quote in Bhagavad Gita which specifically says, Nayam lokotso ajainasya kuto naya kuru satama. This is specifically says, in this life or the next, there's nothing you can achieve without sacrifice. The Congress party, which should be pragmatic, which should act like a big brother. Sanjay Jha, I want to remind you, during the Delhi liquor case, the first people to be the vultures of this political mess were the Congress party. So we were troubled by the BJP, but people who were trying to benefit out of that were the Congress party. As I said, the honor among thieves is very apparent. If the Congress party wants to be the big brother, it should behave like one, not the small brother of the BJP.
So let me ask Mr. Saeed Hafiz of the DMK. So Saeed Hafiz, the Congress has been part of coalitions. You remember the UPA. Even before that, you remember the coalition of Deve Gowda and I.K. Gujral, which is the party that made that government fall.
I know.
In the UPA, who walked out of the UPA because they did not get their due? Your party and Mamata Banerjee's party. The left also abandoned them. So I'm asking you, today you are all singing the bhajan of the Congress party. Have you forgotten the past?
See, Navika, the coalitions are not forever. That you need to understand. This depend upon the need and the issues at that point of time. So if you go back, you can compare this with the NDA. NDA had n number of alliances before 2014. Now, how many of them are there with them? So so it keeps happening. The alliance keeps changing depending upon the situation. The situation today is, it is not against Modi. The whole picture, the whole debate happened is we are grouping up against the Modi. It is not that. It is about the actions. The actions what matters. Today, the per capita of over the 9 years, we are competing with Bangladesh. Our per capita, individual per capita, within the family, it is compared to Republic of Congo. There are n number of issues that we are fighting. It is not only about with using the EDs, Dare Hue Log. All this rhetoric is not the issue. It is about bringing bringing accountability in the government. That is the issue why we are united. Coming about the past. See, the statistics says 1 + 1 is not 2 in politics. It can be 1 + 1 can be 1, 1 + 1 can be 3. So these are all the things that we are going to discuss. And this opposition unity, as we have been discussing, it is not about 450 seats where Congress has to completely walk off in few seats and Trinamool has to take over, or DMK in Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu, the formula is set. We have an alliance with CPM, DMK is with us, Vidudalai Chirthaigal is with us, Congress is there with us. In Maharashtra also now there is a coalition which is intact. So it's not that Congress is not going to contest in Maharashtra completely. So the coalition issue is not one point where Congress should be out of the state. It is about reaching a consensus where I am going to contest and I am going to support you in other constituencies. That is the consensus we are talking about. And in election,
but you are
election
not
arithmetic. It
but
is not
my
about
friend, Mr. Hafiz, Dr. Hafiz, my friend, you are not there in Rajasthan. So even if you don't support the Congress party, the Congress only has to fight with the BJP. What use is your support to the Congress party in Rajasthan, let's say, or Gujarat, let's say, or the Trinamool Congress party is supporting the Congress in Karnataka? Either way, it doesn't make a difference. So Ajay Alok, I have two questions for you.
Yes.
Number one.
Absolutely. Let me complete. You asked a question to me.
I'm not asking the question, sir. I'm giving you. I'm giving you the scenario. Whether you support the Congress party in Rajasthan or not is absolutely meaningless completely. So Ajay Alok, the question here is, number one, of course the chemistry is important and there are going to be many questions that are going to come up. But theoretically speaking, if 450 seats, the opposition does have one candidate against the BJP, will the going get tough for the BJP itself?
Navika, it's a hypothetical question, first of all. So, even if it is a realistic question, what we are targeting fighting for the last 1 year that we have to get more than 50% votes. The BJP, it's all machinery, it's all workers, हमारे सारे कार्यकर्ता, बूथ पे कार्यकर्ता, एक लोग इसी पे लगे हुए हैं कि हमारा वोट प्रतिशत 50% से ऊपर जाए. Let them unite. We want them to unite. They are themselves saying it's their existence crisis. It's not our existence crisis. This is the existence crisis for them because they are corrupt. These family-owned parties having their own domain, all clad in the lab full of corruption, this will go, the message will go in front of the people of India. कि look, what brings them together? ये आ गया इस बार तब क्या होगा? बर्बाद हो जाएंगे. What will happen if BJP will come to third time power? Modi becomes the prime minister again. This is their fear. And it's good that they have this fear. This is good for this country that they have this fear.
Well, Riju Datta, respond to Ajay Alok.
60 long years. 60 long years.
Fear can be very tricky, you know, because if 2024 Modi does not become prime minister, then BJP netas and BJP spokespersons need to do Navika ji show from Tihar or presidency jail. So fear is very tricky. Point number one. Point number two.
Okay, so you are saying you will do exactly what has been done now and what you're fighting against. Is that what you're saying? कि हम आएंगे तो CBI ED हमारी होगी.
No. What I am trying to say is what every bacha of this country say. That if you do BJP, like when Ajay Alok was in a different party, he was called names. But आज वो साधु हैं, साधु Alok है वो. So, you know, that is what we are saying. So when Modi ji won't be prime minister, when BJP won't be in power,
no, when
सारा चिट्ठा निकलेगा ना. अभी तो
when they will come to power, Rohingya will be permanently settled in Bengal.
Who is responsible for the borders?
They will give voting rights to Rohingya. They are already making the ration cards and everything. They will give voting rights also.
इतने incompetent हैं, अगर आप इतने incompetent हैं कि देश की सुरक्षा, देश की सीमा
नहीं आप ही पावर में आइए, CA NRC हटाइएगा.
Who is responsible for Rohingya infiltration? Is it Bengal government's duty?
आप पावर में आइएगा तो बांग्लादेश बन जाएगा एक और.
अरे हम पावर में आएंगे तो कम से कम आपके बड़े नेता जेल जाएंगे.
What will happen? You guys are scared of Congress.
Well, high objectives here, Karthik Reddy. हम आएंगे पावर में तो आपके नेता जेल जाएंगे, आप आएंगे पावर में तो हमारे नेता जेल जाएंगे. Is that the kind of politics that we are looking forward to in the run up to 2024?
That is what the Congress party's game plan was, and that's what the BJP continues, Navika ji. Navika ji, certain things are very apparent. Point one, BJP, Modi is losing steam and losing favor very quick on the ground. This is very clear, and we have seen that in Karnataka, and we will see that across the country very soon. And point two, Rahul Gandhi and Congress party are not winning any favor among the masses, Navika ji. This is also very clear. The country should not be put in a scenario where they have to choose between two failed agendas, two failed leaders. And that is what these two national parties want. I just heard the BJP spokesperson talk about family-ruled parties. Bhai Sahab, this has been put to the test in Karnataka. You said it multiple times, and we were very clear what will happen to you in Karnataka. And Congress party, as I said, Navika ji, the biggest danger here is not for the BRS. It is not to the TMC. It is not even for the BJP. As Sanjay Jha and I have mentioned quite clearly in the beginning of the debate, if you lose power for the third time, I hope somebody competent enough is seeing this debate in Delhi or wherever the Congress leaders sit and take decisions. Wake up, smell the coffee. If you do not come to power for the third consecutive time, there is no party in this country which has ever come to power on its own. It is you who are in danger. I hope you wake up, you understand, be pragmatic and be realistic and behave the way you have to.
So what do you want them to do? What do you want them to do? Not line up behind Rahul Gandhi. They should line up behind.
I don't know. Firstly, Navika ji, firstly, do not be a party B, do not be a team B of the BJP. Do not harass the local, regional, smaller parties like the Aam Aadmi and BRS. First you do that and then we'll decide what happens from there.
Well, Dr. Sanjay Jha, that one is for you, and that's also an opposition opposition party to the BJP, you're not finding too many friends. In fact, there are more foes that you have than you have friends. What kind of unity is this?
Navika, I quite understand the predicament of my friend Karthik. I mean, the Congress and the BRS are going to be head-to-head in a contest in a few months in Telangana. The Congress is upbeat, and there is bound to be an electoral conflict. It's totally understandable. But there is one point that everyone here needs to know, that if the opposition is able to stitch an alliance, Ajay Alok will understand what that means, and I'll tell you why. Because a party is then able to focus on the low-hanging fruits where it has a potential to win without being distracted by any other opponent excepting the BJP. And the BJP is a big beneficiary of a split opposition. It's a simple math. It's first past the post. The BJP gets 303 seats for winning 35 to 37% of the vote. It's a simple math. So
it's all happening. It's all happening. Everybody's claws are being sharpened and the chai cups are being brought out. The best of crockery is going to come out. What happens at that chai party on the 23rd of June in Patna, we'll have to wait and watch. But is the Congress party ready for the hugest of huge sacrifices? Will it be content in fighting only on 200 seats in the entire country out of the 543? Last time, 2019, 5 years ago, they fought on 421. They got 52 out of it. Strike rate, please calculate, Dr. Sanjay Jha. This time, in 200, how much will you get? Will you be the largest party? Will you be able to lead the alliance of this opposition unity? And then what will they do to you? Because everybody has read out the riot act right here if they come to power. So, well, good luck. Good luck to the opposition unity. But it's getting, as far as journalists are concerned, journalists like myself, it's a huge political lesson that and a political mystery that we are going to see unfolding between now and 2024. How it pans up, we'll keep you posted. Thank you very much to all the panelists for joining me on debate number 1.